Hello and welcome to Breathwork Bestie, the podcast that makes breathwork accessible. My name is Chrystal Rose. I'm a transformation coach and breathwork facilitator, and I am your host on this beautiful journey through breathwork. If you are new here or new to breathwork in general, I highly recommend you go back to our very first episode to get yourself feeling comfortable. If you've been with us before, welcome back. Now let's get started. Hello there, I'm Chrystal Rose, and today I will be your Breathwork Bestie. I had this idea for this meditation because we are in a time right now where there's a lot of us against them happening. Me against you, your beliefs versus my beliefs. And what I'm seeing is that no one seems to have compassion for the other side. Each side believes they are right and that the other side doesn't deserve compassion. The reality is we are all one. We are all made up of the same fabric. And part of what makes us beautiful as a human race is our differences, how we choose to live out our life. And, I know firsthand that two people can experience the exact same experience, but experience it in different ways. They can take different things away. And, a lot of us view things differently because we grew up different ways. We have different upbringings. We have different conditioning. We've been exposed to different things. And instead of just looking through the lens of I am right, I am correct, what if we were able to look through the lens of compassion at the other person? What if we were able to really, truly love our enemy? What if we didn't have enemies? We just had different perspectives. As wild and as far-fetched as another person's perspective may be, they still deserve compassion. Everyone does. Everyone does. Even the most hateful people in the world are doing far worse to themselves on the inside than they are doing externally. So maybe you have gotten into an argument with someone you don't care about at all, or maybe someone you love, or maybe you can't understand where another person is coming from. And you don't always have to. But what if you were able to have some compassion for that person, for the experiences that they've had that you couldn't possibly understand because you have lived a different experience? And this will be an integrative breath session today. And we're going to just do the halo active, deep, forceful inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. And when you feel this, maybe an anger bubbling up inside you, maybe frustration that another person won't see your point of view, maybe you'll turn to this session and have some compassion and grow and build that compassion. And for yourself too. We get to have compassion for ourselves as well. That voice in our head that beats us up from time to time, rather than trying to call that voice names, what if we had compassion for that voice? What if we learned to love that voice inside of our head that tells us we're not good enough, that feels fear and acts from fear and pushes us to hide, to stay comfortable, to stay small? What if we loved that voice instead? Finding a comfortable position, maybe sitting upright, legs crossed, palms facing upward, tall spine, or whatever feels good. You can even lie down if you'd like. Taking a nice deep inhale through the nose. and letting it out. Find yourself settling into your body, noticing the activity in your body and your brain, and just noticing it without judgment and letting it be here. And with each deep, deep inhale and deep, deep exhale, you find yourself settling deeper and deeper. And we're going to start the breath pattern in through the nose. And just let that breath circulate. And it can be deeper if you wish, shallower, whatever feels good for you. Continuing that breath. And as you breathe, finding that space in your body where you feel that frustration, where you feel that difference in perspective. That part of you that lights up when you realize how different you are, how frustrating it is that they can't see from your perspective. That's it. Keep it going. Finding that place in your body, and we are breathing into that space. With every inhale, we are breathing in compassion. And with every exhale, we are surrendering the idea that we must be right. Inhale compassion. Exhale the need to be right. And so you are breathing right into that space. If you feel it in your gut, if you feel that frustration, that anger, whatever is arising, if you feel it in your gut, your chest, your heart, your head, your shoulders, wherever it is, we're breathing, we're directing energy, the air to that space. That's it, directing it to that space. And we are compassion, surrendering. Compassion, surrender. Compassion, surrender. That's it. Releasing that need to be right, letting our ego rest. Our ego gets to rest here. We get to just be. We are not right. We are not wrong. We are just us. And we have our perspective, our beautiful perspective that has been shaped through our own experienced life, through our generational conditioning, societal conditioning, from the things that we have chosen to consume, from the things that maybe we haven't chosen to consume, what we've been exposed to. Breathing in compassion for yourself. Knowing that how you have arrived to the things you've arrived to, your beliefs, your feelings, you've arrived in a way that were beyond your control. A lot of it felt beyond your control. And so we are breathing in compassion for ourselves and our own perspective. And with every exhale, again, we are surrendering a little bit more. That's it. Surrendering. Maybe our way isn't the only way. Really breathing into that space of frustration. Sending compassion. Maybe visualizing the other person and just imagine with every breath we are sending them compassion. We are breathing in compassion and it is circulating back out to them. They have arrived at their beautiful perspective through years of conditioning from their family, from society, from things they've been exposed to. And it may just be so different from what you were, but you are still the same. You are worthy of compassion, and so are they. Really giving it to yourself here, really allowing this compassion to fill your heart, love to fill your heart. And imagine it just circulating through your body as you breathe and filling your heart up with more compassion for yourself. Grant me the compassion to see things differently. Grant me the compassion to borrow other perspectives. Allow me to be open to not understanding. Allow me to be okay with not understanding. Allow me to have grace for others when we think differently. Having compassion for the meanest person you know, knowing that they are so much meaner to themselves. Having compassion for that little part of them that is mean to themselves, and so they must project it onto others. Compassion. Thinking of the person you love most in the world, the person that it's easiest to have compassion for, and letting it fill your body like a well. Letting that compassion fill your body from head to toe, pouring from your heart as you breathe. And letting it flow to others, letting it flow to yourself, letting it flow to others that it's harder to have compassion for yourself and for others. Letting this compassion that's so easy with certain people and letting it flow like a fountain. Visualize yourself like a beautiful fountain of compassion, flowing compassion everywhere, and letting it flow to everyone. Everyone in the world. First, everyone in your home, everyone on your street, everyone in your town, everyone in your city, everyone in your state, everyone in the country, and finally extended to the whole world. Just imagine this ever-flowing fountain of compassion just pouring and reaching all over the world so that everyone can feel your depth of love and compassion. It is available to you. It's so easy to make available to everyone else. We have to start with compassion for ourselves and extend it to others. The more compassion we have for ourselves, the more we can give to others. The less we will feel this undercurrent of frustration and this need to be right. The more we can love and have compassion for us. It is cyclical. We give it, we receive it. The more compassion we give, the more we receive. The more compassion we have for ourselves, the more we're able to give. That's it. Really breathing into your heart. Once you're able to truly have compassion for you, it becomes so much easier to have it for others. And then so much more likely you'll want to have it for others. You'll want to be compassionate towards the people that frustrate you, that anger you. That's it. A few more breaths. That's it. Releasing the breath and coming to just a slow inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Nice and easy. Inviting you to place your hands on your heart and just notice what's here. Noticing if anything has shifted. Noticing how your body feels, how your mind has settled. Just noticing this here in this space. Opening yourself up a little bit more, cracking yourself open just a little bit more here. Taking a nice deep cleansing breath. And again. Maybe it feels good to grab a journal, write some things down, or maybe you just want to sit here, whatever feels good, and just taking your time, all of the time, to come back to the space ever so slowly. We are wiggling our fingers and toes first as we move into bigger movements. Opening the eyes last, gently fluttering them open. Letting yourself come back here. You are changed. You are better for this practice. Knowing the closer you get to yourself, the closer you get to everything. Thank you for taking the time to add more compassion to your life and in turn the world. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. I love you so much, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you for listening to Breathwork Bestie. I hope you enjoyed your meditation. If you could take a moment to screenshot this episode and share it on social media and tag me at Chrystal Rose, I would appreciate it so much. If you enjoyed a specific Breathwork Bestie, you can find all of the information about them in their episode details. If you're interested in learning more about breathwork or how to work with me, then go to crystalrose.com or breathworkbestie.com.